All right, welcome into the table in my strange layout here I have going on. You can see I'm off to the left. I don't usually do this. Sometimes I put it off to the other side. And, I guess this will work because I'm trying to do a couple things and I'll tell you there. And I have my little, you can see it right there. That's my first web app that I made. It's just HTML coding and I can only put so many replies in there. I guess I could make some more replies or some random like mashup stuff, but I just messing with it, so I took a night and was just typing random things. Me and my daughter were just throwing out words and combinations of things, and that's what we were coming up with. You could probably, really expand on it, but I don't really know how. I'm sure you could integrate like some AI or something, but they are not integrated with AI. A couple of people asked me about that. It's not. It's just it's limited. The responses are very limited. But like if I click it, let's see, I should have it open here. And if I hit generate, it should generate a theme.
Evidence of an unseen event.
So then the idea is there, like, if you were making a collage or a piece of art with this, like what would the subject be, the tone, the vocal point, or the focus point? I can't see it from here. Symbols, you can probably read that on your screen. It tells you. Those are like how you can explain it in the comment section. So it's kind of a cool little way to get creative. Today, I'm not going to be diving too much into like the creative juice type of stuff like this here on the screen. I'll leave it up there and I'll regenerate it, every now and then throughout this live stream, just to give you something to comment about, because I'm going to be taking it slow. I'm just going to try to make a piece of collage art here. I'm really anxious right now because first off, I'm trying to heal my voice, and that's kind of a hindrance on my, creative abilities. I really want to create a bunch of collage art videos, but my voice is still, a little sore and stuff. I don't know. The winter time came around and really got me. So I'm trying to take it easy on my voice. And since I'm stretched all the way over here, the mic is very stretched as far as it can go. So it may not be that close to my mic or my mouth. So hopefully you can hear it. The reason why I'm off to this side is because I was thinking if I film this or record this of the collaging, then I could at least turn it into a short so I could get something out of it for video wise for other people to see on other platforms that may not be here watching the live streams and stuff like that. So it's just another way for people to still see it without, making a full video and a short. So hopefully this collage, I don't really know. I just threw some pieces together. It was going to be quick. And the reason why I need this and the reason why I'm anxious is because I know deep down I can make some really cool pieces of collage art, and I'm gonna try, and I have some ideas set aside that I want to make, but my voice, and I just also was worrying about the glue and all this stuff that I want to bring it all together. And I know it's going to be a good year. I'm going to make lots of really cool pieces this year, so I should maybe not be so anxious, but I know I have some pieces that I'm ready to do, but the stars need to align, I guess we could say. But I want to have a couple pieces, which I made some in the last live stream. I have a few here ideas. I made one in the live stream before that. And then I want to make those really good pieces because I'm using these ones as test subjects. I'm gluing them down in different methods, taping them down, doing all types of stuff. And I'm just kind of getting creative and just seeing what happens, because I want to seal them up. I want to be able to sell them and be my first pieces that I ever sell. And it's kind of be like a little thing to start the new year off with a new type of video with me actually creating some collages that potentially could sell and not just make them for fun. So I make them for the videos, and that's why I do them really fast too. Like I was saying in the last live stream, and I look at them and I know they could be better, and I understand that it's not something super amazing, but I only, have never worked on a collage more than like a couple of hours. I think that's the most I've ever put in the work on a collage. So these other ones I want to put in a little more work, but that means I need to like break up the filming sessions, and especially with my voice like it is, something to figure out. But I just don't need to rush it. It's all gonna fall into place in time. So what I'd rather do now is make some collages that I can like test with different glue to make sure that my good ones get glued down properly how I want them to be. And I'm gonna spray them, seal them up, maybe sign them, see about writing on the back of them how is it gonna work, and just frame it and everything. And these are like test subjects, so they're cool. It should be cool. This one should be okay. I don't really remember. I just had some pieces, and I remember cutting this out because it was like a religious picture inside the frame, and I'm like, okay, let's cut that stained glass out before I even start. and then we're just gonna do some little stuff with it and see how it comes together. And I know that this is gonna be the size 8 by 10 is what I'm shooting for my other collages. So I went ahead and cut this board up, so that's ready. And there's just the extra piece from the last live stream. There's some fun ideas. Lexi had a really good idea on this one for my birthday, and I might turn him into like a birthday guy. So that might be the next one, just another test subject. So should be fun and interesting and a good test run for me and us. I'll let you know how everything comes out, and if things don't turn out very well, or if like some of the glue's reacting well, not well, or something like that, I'll let you know. So then you can learn from my mistakes. I can't teach you from my knowledge, but you can learn from my mistakes. So that should be fun and interesting. So we're going to start with this one. If you want to comment, like you're watching this later, because I know right now I'm filming this mid-Monday. I just had a break, and that's why I'm worried of work might message me. But had a break, so I was like, whatever. I figured nobody would be here, but that's okay. If you're watching this in the replay, you can just comment with a timestamp. You could just timestamp the comment that you're doing. Let's see. Oh, it won't let me show it on there. I had my phone up to show you, but I can't. Got to keep that message thing open. So yeah, you just hit that timestamp button and you can talk about something in this collage. You can talk about your tips for me and gluing. You can give everybody else tips or whatever in the comments. And you could also comment on this. What was this one again?
Evidence of an unseen event.
Okay, and then this is how it goes here. I could select this. And since I can barely read it right here, this is how you could comment.
When you interpret this theme in your collage, describe your idea using these 4 elements. Subject, what we are looking at. Tone, the emotional atmosphere. Focal point, where the eye is drawn first. Symbols, objects, shapes, or patterns that carry meaning.
So that's a fun way to describe how you would interpret. Well, I always say that. Interpret that meaning here. This is it again.
Evidence of an unseen event.
I'll highlight it there so you can see what we're talking about. So you got time. I'm just gonna start cutting up here and taking it easy. This is my laid back lounge. Hopefully the music's playing, so there's a little bit of chill vibes going on. So I cut this out. Let me hit the record button just in case. For everyone else that may not be here on a different platform, I can maybe turn it into a short. That's why I'm off to this side. So we have this piece. We're going to incorporate that piece in a little bit. So move this stuff all to one spot. All right, so I got that. I'll set that up there. Let's start with the car. Now this pretty little couple over here, they look real happy and fancy, like they're going out for on a special date or something. But this one, I don't know. I think I'm going to cut them out and then I can keep them to the side in case I want to pull them back in or something. But I think I just want the car just for fun. So let me go ahead and cut around this car. I'm going to whip it in here. And I'll probably start down here by the bumper. This is a pretty shiny car, I'll tell you what. Ooh, I'm getting a little more glare sitting at this angle. Kind of glare on the magazine paper. This is a vintage magazine from the 1950s, I believe. 1950s, early 1950s. It might say in the corner, but I can't look right now. But just kind of fun. The reason why I keep testing with these older magazines is because these are the ones that I'm going to be making those collages with. I already have the ideas all laid out in my mind. The papers are already all stacked up together of the idea I want to do. So they're the same kind of paper. So the reason why I keep doing that is because I want to see how the glue reacts to them. I want to see how the spray reacts to them. And so that's the reason why I keep doing this, because I like modern magazines. I like throwback magazines from like the early 2000s and stuff too. It seems like I've been doing a lot of these for the last few videos, but it's only because I'm trying to get to that test spot. Now I do have a new video on Thursday coming out that is, I think they're more like, it's like a throwback magazine from like the early 2000s. So it's not so vintage like these, definitely different paper. But that's kind of one that I was thinking about just like printing on canvas or something and not actually sealing up, fully sealing it. So It's all just a bunch of tests. And, oh, let's get around this bumper here. Just testing, you know, testing things out. And in the last live stream, people were really helpful about tips and stuff. And I've been kind of thinking about those. And I will put those into play and test them out and let everyone know my results, because that's what's so fun about this page is we don't actually know. I mean, some people know, and that's what's great. And then you'll get to see me test it, and I'll tell you if it worked for me or not. It's kind of funny and fun to see. Also, I really know, I don't know if I'm losing sleep over it, but I'm definitely anxious about it, that I know I can make some really cool pieces. I just have to give it a little more effort instead of trying to rush the videos to be finished, because I'm always doing quick collage art because that's what makes me feel good and what I enjoy doing them real quick. I don't like letting them linger. So, but I think if I maybe let it linger for like a little bit longer, then I could really make some cool things, and I wouldn't sit back and look at them like, oh, I could do that way better. But I know I can. I just need to put in the effort. So it's coming, trust me. So this one's going to be kind of quick too. Very basic. We don't need to always overdo it. That's something that I'm realizing too with collage art. A lot of people, and myself as well, overthink some, and they just I don't know what you call it. They just put too much stuff in there. It's cluttered. It's overfilled. It's cluttery sometimes, and it kind of clutters my brain. Some of them look really cool, but I just think that sometimes keeping it basic might actually be better. Now, what I'm trying to do here is get this. So I'm just going to whip it in here just so I still have it for the potential short. I don't know if it's going to be a short or not, but I'm going to go ahead and, you know, still film it. It's still recording the live stream. And I had to mess with my settings of my whole streaming software, which was really, I wouldn't use the word annoying, but not good. It like made me throw everything around. I had to go reset my settings, and now I'm not sure if my filming quality is to the same, because I did a lot of research in the beginning to get the best quality I could. And then it all got messed up. I had to re-download the software and stuff because it was messing up. And so I fixed it, but I don't know if my settings are all right. As far as like my recording output now, I don't know if I looked into that. I was looking at my streaming quality and stuff, but I don't know about the recording quality. I guess we'll see. They're just short videos, the short ones, so it's not that crazy if it doesn't work out that great. We'll just kind of see what happens, but just having fun anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Just slowly growing this page, growing this community, and I'm super thankful for everyone who joins. Oh man, that computer keeps hitting my arm there. I'm all kind of crammed into this corner today because I'm off to this side, and actually all the free air is that way. Shoved myself in this corner here. Really got myself in a bind here. Oh, got that part connected, and then this part's not disconnected yet. Don't really know what's happening. We'll just see. Got this smoke, you know. It's like the dust field or whatever. I don't know what they're mining. They're probably mining some gold. We'll call it gold. They're mining some gold and silver over there. It's probably something else, but we'll just say that. I'm gonna set that to the side. Kind of look at it to see what it's doing. Yeah, okay. I'm not really sure about this. I don't know, is this cherry pie or something? Let me take a drink of some tea. Gotta keep my voice in par here. Hopefully you're jamming to the lo-fi. The lo-fi is just jamming there. I noticed the highlight is not colored on the display here. Oh, which is okay. Is that because I clicked off of it? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, there it went. Yeah, that's how it works. Since no one, I mean, if you commented in the video that's archived, then that's cool. We're reading this one.
Evidence of an unseen event.
Evidence of an unseen event. I should tell you what I think about those sometime, but I'm trying to collage right now, so I won't go too far. Here's a new one for you.
The limits of what can be known.
The limits of what could be known. How would I collage with that? The limits of what could be known. Well, we're running out of limits here soon. I don't know. I think we're figuring it all out. We all have a computer in our pocket, which can do instant research which always reminds me of like the teachers when you're growing up. It's like, it's not like you're gonna just have a calculator in your pocket. It's like, yeah, I do. I actually have the World Wide Web in my pocket now. Find any book I want and take the knowledge. But the thing is you would have to want to get the knowledge. You know what I mean? You got to want to find it. It's out there if you want to find it. But that's the difference, if you want the knowledge or not. I don't think a lot of people want the knowledge, actually. I do. I try to find interesting things and figure out things all the time, but don't want to overdo my brain. Also, I don't want to know everything, because sometimes that's a burden. It's a burden on life when you know too much, you know what I'm saying? It's not good. Once you know what everything's all about in this world, then you start being like, questioning humanity and stuff. But I try to see the good in people as much as I can until they show me otherwise, and then I'll treat them otherwise, you know what I mean? So everyone's cool until they show me not. I've been dealing with real estate agents a lot lately, and they can be pretty flaky, you know, and that's just dependent on the person. I've met some really cool real estate agents, but a lot of them, I will say, the majority of the ones that I deal with are pretty flaky and just all over the place. I don't know if it's just what it's like when you work for yourself or whatever, but I don't think they'd be very considerate of other people, you know, all the other contractors involved in these real estate transactions. And they just want their commission check, you know what I mean? Which kind of understandable, kind of not, you know. So this magazine doesn't say on that paper. It probably said on one of these other ones. It's 1950s. Oh, no way. No way. So there's this number. I'll tell it to y'all. Might as well say it to y'all. But this number right here, let me show it to you. You see that number down there? That number shows up all the time in my life. And it's just crazy, you know, like an angel number type of thing. And, you know, I know I'm blessed, obviously. I know I'm blessed to just be able to do the things I'm doing. I'm blessed to be sitting right here and do, you know, these videos, and to be able to cut this stuff up and just have fun, to have all these magazines that I have. But that number, it's like I started looking into the meaning behind it and all this stuff, because you would see that number. Most people would see that number, right? You would see this number. Let me just show it one more time. See if it can focus on it. And it's just crazy. It's at the bottom of this paper, right? Why did I grab that number? Dude, I seen it on the address. I see it on license plates. I see it everywhere I go. I saw it on 2 buildings today. 2 different buildings today. It's wild. I mean, I don't know. You don't have to believe in the stuff I believe in, but it's just, it's wild that shows up all the time. But what's so crazy about that number is that's the address I grew up at. That number sticks out to me crazy because I grew up at that address. That's my childhood's address. So it's really weird, and I don't know how that's always showing up into my life, but it's obviously a sign. And a lot of the meanings that I found behind the sign, behind the number of the 1s and 7s, is that, you know, not to worry and to just kind of go with the flow and keep things going, help other people. So much stuff that I already do in my life. And so it's really cool that that's the number that shows up. And I wouldn't notice it if it wasn't for me being growing up at that number. So it's just really strange. It's really weird, but it's cool. It's cool. I see it all the time. And there it is on that piece of paper. I could flip through my phone and show you photos that I've taken of addresses and things like that, of that number, in the craziest places. And I don't know, it's just a personal thing, but I might as well just share it with y'all because I can't believe it's so wild. I didn't even notice that until just right now that it's on that paper, and that will add to my pictures right there. And if you ask my daughter, she should tell you how crazy it is to see that. But nobody else would understand that because it's just a random number. But again, that's the address I grew up, and all my childhood was spent at that address, and I noticed that number. So it's just pretty wild. It's kind of like one of those things, if you look for it, you'll find it, you know. But randomly I just grabbed this smoke right here, or this dirt thing, and that's the number of the page. I don't know. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy. But I know I'm doing good things. I'm on the right path, and that's kind of the thing is that I could use all of my talents and everything for a good cause. So we'll see how good it can be. I'm gonna try to make it as good as possible. Keep making some collage art. I can't believe I found collage art. Like it's not, you wouldn't picture me doing this. I'm a creative person, but I've been into like music and other types of creative things. It was never like making collage art or making any kind of art like this. I guess I used to draw when I was younger and stuff like that. And my daughter really loves drawing. She's super talented at drawing.
Angelic42 said, confirmation bias. Also, hello lol.
Hey, how's it going? Good to see you here. I know it's kind of tough to find these live streams at times, and this is such a random time to be doing one, but really nice that you're able to catch it at the time. You never really know with live streams, right? What's everyone doing? What time zone are they in? What's continent are they on? You know what I mean? So that's really tricky to know. And I think maybe once I do more, we can get more of a good schedule, or like find a schedule where everyone knows. It's like a TV program. It's like you have your TV program, you know that they're going to be on at a certain time. So it's kind of tricky, but I will start developing the live streams more. And since you're here, let me show you something. Let me finish cutting this real quick. I'll show you something that I was working on, and we can try to develop it. I'm actually trying to develop it right now, but it still is, we're not even close to being there, but I'll show it to you. Let me just finish this, spin this. I don't know. I wanted to do something, but I might need both of them. I don't know if that's gonna work. Actually, I probably just need the whole pie thing. I don't know what kind of pie it is. I'll wait on that for a second. That's a strawberry shortcake or something. That's what it looks like. So this one here, I've been working on this. Can you see it? See, where's my finger at? Right there. This thing. This is the theme machine. This is the first one. It's just a bunch of random things that I put in there. Me and my daughter messing around, put them in there. The responses are very limited, but they're there. So you just generate new ones, and it's meant to get creative inspiration. I had that other one I was showing in the last live stream. That one still needs some work as well. This one definitely needs some work, but it is one that I'm working on, and I'll reveal it right now, but this is definitely not it, because this one is gonna pull from a bunch of stock images that I find like through like Canva and stuff. As of right now, I've used the HTML code to pull these from Upsplash, or so there's a couple it's pulling them from. They don't look very good, and some of them do kind of look AI-ish, and I don't like AI photos and stuff, so I don't want that. I want real photos. So I've been working on, it's gonna take a bit. Can you imagine going through trying to find pictures of everything? Of everything. And I'm serious. Like, you might need a stop sign, you might need a fast car, you might need a restroom, you might just things to get creative, right? Just creative things. It could be food cart, I don't know, just I can't even speak of them all. The forest, frogs, exotic animals, exotic cars, the list goes on, and I want to compile a big folder full of these, and then have this HTML code here, and I just turn it into a little website link. It's just like a free link or whatever, and then it will pull from that folder of random pictures. So that's the idea. And then maybe I'll put some prompts inside this. This is very raw bones. I didn't even plan on sharing this, but since it was up in my little browser here, I'll show it to y'all. And so what it's going to do, and maybe the sound will sound better, but check this out. It'll go like this, and maybe a prompt will show up or something like, how would you use this in a collage or something like that? But if I click it, that noise is funny. So just load. Let's see what it comes up with here. Let's see what happens. There. So it got this picture, and now like maybe the prompts, like how would you use this in a collage, or what emotion does this give you, things like that, to make our live streams really interesting and fun. I feel like this will probably be my best tool, because I'm trying to think of different ones, and this one seems like probably the best because of me showing you magazine clippings and stuff like that. That's fun, but I'm limited, and all my who knows where my clippings are at that time. Like right now, a lot of them are buried because I have to move stuff around right now, and I still need to pack away holiday stuff, and it's a mess. And I need to get other boxes from way in the back, so it's tricky to grab them all. But if I could use this generate tool that I'm working on, it's not even close to finish. It'll probably take me a couple weeks to finish it because I'm gonna go through Canva. Since I have a Canva membership, just go through their stock photos and just keep finding random ones that would be like this, that could be generated. It could be a stop sign, it could be like a abandoned gas station. I mean, the list goes on and on. It could be like a mine, could be like some food, who knows what it's going to be. But I wanted to generate random stuff, and I really think that this tool could be really fun for us to live stream. I'm really thinking about live streaming a lot more, but I would like our live streams to be interactive. And I know, my page is still really young, and our community's just starting to catch ground, and get some steam behind it. So it's going to take a little while, but I do think it's a fun thing. But also, I'll just make it available in the Facebook community group where anyone could just go and click the link, and you could open it up, and maybe it get you some inspiration for your art project or something. So just like my other tools, I just want to make them available to people. They're just free. They're just like little HTML codes. It's nothing crazy or anything. I wonder for this one, I'm going to have some website host the file with all the pictures in it. I think I could use Netfi or whatever, something like that, where it just hosts all the pictures. And then when you hit this, that noise, it's supposed to be like a slot machine type thing, but it doesn't really. Okay. So, I mean, there's a cool texture. Like that's pretty cool. I don't really know. Like I would use it as background. That's what I'd use it in a, collage. Okay. This text should read out loud. Should go. If my thing works. The delay. We got to work on the delay. It's not much.
Angelic42 said, I like both the text prompts and photo prompts.
Awesome. I'm glad you like it. It should be fun for us all to like really get some inspiration. Right now, I'll push this a couple more times and we'll see what comes up. Let me take a drink of some tea here. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be? Coffee beans. Coffee beans. That's kind of cool. Kind of get you thinking about, what can we make? We can make something with like a coffee theme or something like that. Coffee beans have cool texture if you zoom in on them. That's what I think about that. One more drink of tea. Yeah, so I think it'll be really fun. I think it'll be interesting. I'm gonna keep trying. I'm trying, guys and gals. I say guys a lot, but I mean guys and gals. You know that. I'm really trying. I want to try to make it better for everyone. I don't want it to be super boring or interesting. Today it's just really laid back, but I do want to make it where it's nice and fun for everybody. Let me just round this out. I think that actually might be what it's going to do.
Angelic42 said, it's hilarious that the voice generator calls me Angelic. I am not haha.
That is funny because it doesn't know how to space out your username. That's funny. But we can all see it because the text comes up on the screen. So it's cool. It's just a funny little way that I wanted to incorporate. Another funny thing that I was trying to do with these live streams where, when you're cutting like this, I can't look up. I would miss the chats, and I want to be a part of the chat as well. The chat's usually good for everyone who's watching to like talk with each other, but I want to know what's happening too, and interact with it all. So I set this up where it just reads the chat. Sometimes I'll have to mute it, I think, when I need to really say something, or I need to like show a prompt and make sure that it reads it. But I think it's really cool. And I always pick that Google British female voice, and I try to use that on all my stuff. So if I push, I don't have it. Let me move it over here. If this reads
identity built from fragments.
Yeah, so it's the same voice.
Identity built from fragments.
So I coded that into there because I like that voice. It has to be used on Google Chrome though. So the browser is Google Chrome right now. So she's a British female. Google, it's the Google British female. If you're ever using one of those text to speech ones, that's my favorite. that I can find.
At Angelic42 said, with the coffee, I'd do something with perspective, like have tiny people rock climbing.
Oh, that would be really cool. That would be awesome. Because it does kind of look like a boulder field or something, or like that'd be awesome. I really like that idea. That's a great idea. I could probably find some pictures of coffee beans. We might have to incorporate that and try to use it like in a live stream. I'll give you credit for it if we come to making one of those in the live stream. And then if you're there, you can help me put it together. That'll be fun. Lexi said with this other one that toucan right there, she's talking about him with a party hat and stuff, and then it reminded me I have a birthday coming up, so I should probably make a birthday collage. And I was like, well, she gave a good idea. I wonder if I could do something. I can't find the vintage birthday cake. I started looking through some of those old magazines to see if I could find a vintage birthday cake. I found some candles, so I wonder if I could use that. We'll see if it comes to play. But this is kind of funny. I don't know. I think that's his hat.
Angelic42 said, that would be fun.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I'd like to do that. I do have, I have a lot of food and wine magazines. I also have some, I did get a subscription to Food and Wine magazines. I have not received any of them in the mail, but I did get some subscriptions to Food and Wine, and I already have a bunch. So I'm sure there's some in there. I have a bunch of Bon Appetit magazines. Bon Appetit, no. Oh, I have a bunch of like Living with Martha Stewart and a whole bunch of those. I have a ton of those. They're just all stacked up. I haven't even showed those on the channel. I was going to start showing pictures. Here we go. I was going to start showing pictures from some of my old magazines, and stuff like that. But I was going to show off all the old magazines, but I've kind of stopped doing that just because of the time constraints here. And I don't think people are super fun into my magazine haul videos. Although Colleen did mention to me that she watched my stinkiest magazine haul. And that one is so bad. Those magazines stink so bad. I got rid of them. They're gone. But I do have a bunch of Popular Mechanics, and I have a bunch of Popular Science magazines still, because you could see those are some of the first videos on the page. And yeah, they're interesting. They're interesting. Let me show you real quick. Let me see. I don't know if I can, because I had that thing open for work. Let me see. Oh, here's all the times. Look, I saw that. There's that number. I saw it there. I saw it in this price. It's in the price there. It's just everywhere. Oh, it's on this receipt. Oh yeah, it's on the receipt. Here it is on the license plate. It's everywhere. Oh, here it is, what time it was when I took that. So just wild. That's not what I'm looking for though. I could go on and on. I see it everywhere. Now I take pictures of it. I was going to show you all this. It's just funny because I was looking at it the other day. Here's one of the first collages that I ever made. Oh, the reflection. This is one of the first collages I actually ever made. Called it Orbiting Perfume. I should probably just post it as a picture in the community feed. It's different. It's old. I was looking at it and it reminded me of making, starting off the channel. But at that time, I was getting a ton of magazines and I was trying to do like magazine hauls and stuff. All right, so we have our pirate ship here. I don't know, looks like a pirate ship. I don't know where they're sailing at or what the point is behind it, but oh, I guess that sucks. Dang it. That's the problem with this, is that these magazines, y'all know these magazines. I don't even need to tell you what they are. These are them old Nat Geos. The problem that's happening here is that I want to try to make my magazine, or I want to try to make my pieces of art this size, right? This is 8 by 10. I'm gonna let it read that. If it does, it should.
At Angelic42 said, that's a great collage, especially for a first collage.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
Angelic42 said, also, you could do a 717 collage with all your pictures.
That's true. That would be really cool. And then I could hang it on my wall and then I'd really see it all the time. I'd see it all the time. I don't necessarily get it in, that's just crazy. I got it in that magazine one. I see it everywhere. I saw it in the magazine holders. The number of the magazine holder is 717. It's just wild. I don't know. It's so wild. But anyway, back to what I was saying here is that I want to try to make them. And this collage I made last one, I love this collage. I actually love this. I was going to try to make my first collage that I'll sell, and I was using this as a test. I put this little bird in there. Look at the cutting. I'm not trying to brag or anything, but I'm amazed that I cut that bird out. I don't know how I cut that bird out so perfectly without like messing it up, but it fits so good in this collage. This actually might be the first one that I sell because it looks so good. I love it so much. Yeah, I don't know. That's personal. Everyone's art is personal. But you can see it was easy because I had the rest of the backing board is the part of the collage. If I was doing something like this with these Nat Geos, they are, and these are from the 40s and 50s. They are the exact height. Well, almost. Well, this paper might just be a little long, but they are the exact height of the 10, but they're not of the 8. You know what I'm saying? And so we just saw that I cut off the bottom here. So now if I wanted to use
Angelic
that.
42 said, "You should be proud of that. I would have just cut the feet off, like always, haha."
Yeah, I think you mentioned that to me too. It's like sometimes you'll draw the pieces back on like with butterflies or something, and that yeah, sometimes I probably should just do that. Yeah, that cutting was crazy. I was surprised. I was like half awake too when I did it. I was just I was like, I need another piece right here, and then I saw that and had to use it. So you can see my dilemma here, and this is kind of why I'm just testing and doing stuff. I really wanted the sunset in there. Right, what that does give me extra here, but it could get a little weird here at the bottom because now this is the right height, but this is not the right height here. Hopefully you can see all that. I'm all off to the side. And let me give you a different picture. This is not, didn't plan on using that one. Didn't plan on using this one. Hopefully it don't give some stupid AI image or something. Oh, it's the Brooklyn Bridge. Cool. I'm just trying, what about this gap? You know, like I was going to cut this in half. I guess if I had extra, I could flip the water over. So, and we can see that I kept the rocks right here. So I want that much of it, and I can see that. So I'm going to go set it center where I want it. Set it where I want it right here. I'll kind of mark it with my finger or something. Oh, that didn't mark very well because the water there. Let me look at it again. I think right here, and then I can go behind here and just snip a little tiny bit to know. And I probably could cut even more off. Actually, I know I can cut more off, but it's a risk. We'll take the risk. No risk, no reward, right? I wanted to center this sunset. Seemed cool. I have no clue what I'm doing right now. I'm gonna just glue it down or whatever, maybe stick some tape on it too, and just see how it reacts to different things. Oh, the glue. I really like that glue we were testing last time. I'll pull that out. I still have to glue that little bird down. I really don't want to mess that bird up. I like that little bird. I can't believe I cut that out. That's so wild. Oh man, it's just, I don't know how that happened, but it worked out, and I'm thankful I didn't mess it up. I did have like 10 other birds that I could have cut out because as I was flipping through it, I grabbed that one and thought it would be the only one, and it fits perfectly. I didn't want something too big because I already have the toucan there, so I didn't want something too big. So oh no, there's already some wetness on here. I thought I washed this. Oh, that's probably what happened. Let me take this. What do I got here? It just has a little moisture on it because, I don't know, probably most artists or people who use this stuff don't wash it all out, but I went and flushed out the tips and cleaned it all out, but then I guess I didn't let it dry good enough, so that was silly. Let's just poke this in here. I wasn't really planning on doing a bunch of gluing, but I do like this glue, I must say. I'm a fan. I have about, oh, it's kind of bubbling up on the side there. I think that's from my water. I probably shouldn't have done that. Let's see. Let me test it over here on this thing. Oh, maybe not. I need that piece. test it down here. There it goes. Down in my scrap bin. I'm just gonna put a tiny little piece. Just trying to secure it. Just trying to secure it. Let's see. Let's flip it around so I can see. I'm blind. That's about center. Another cool thing about this glue, and a bunch of y'all probably already know, but the cool thing about this glue is, look, see, it's not even set yet, and I moved it, so I got it center a little bit more. So it did give me a little play time, unlike the other stuff. It doesn't give me the play time. So now that we have that, we could just keep the edges. That was also potential, because where is it? I don't know. It should be over here. I don't think that's it. I have a whole bin of it. Let me just grab. Come on now. I have this. I've shown this. But what if? Give me 1 second. Should we go darker brown or lighter tan? Tan. That might be better. I think this might be the good solution. A good solution. Like that. Maybe. Let me set this to the side. We're not going to be the right size, but something like that. And then maybe just round these up, but I really worry about cutting those wrong. It's going to look all wonky. Let's not cut it for the first piece. I don't need to glue it down in just a second, so I'm just messing around. Just messing around. Let's see what would happen here, just for funs, and then we can, see if we need to do some more. So my thought was, I don't know, we'd have to cut that out, but the car needs to be blasting through here, but I kind of wanted the smoke to be part of it. Dust. It's not smoke, it's dust. Dirt. So we can see it's too far back there. The dust, the car. The dust, the car. The car, the dust. It's a duster. It is not a duster, but it's a cool car. You need to get it to go in and out or something like that. That was kind of, I wanted to cover up a lot of this stuff down here for just didn't want to look like some religious shrine or something going on. I think if I cut the car, I wanted the car to look like it was smoking, but I knew that would be a tricky part because it's gonna have to go in and out and up and down and all around. So I can see that's where it goes in. But I'd like the smoke to go up and around it. I don't know. I don't even know. I don't really know. That's the fun part about collaging, though, I guess. We know that it goes in there. I'm going to pull it up here just a tad. See if we can get a little bit more of this going on. It's probably not going to make much sense, but we're just trying. We're just messing around. I just want to test the glue, and that was really the thing, and I had no plans. So I was like, well, I have the time right now. I'm going to jump in and make a collage and do a live stream. So can't hurt. And then I was able to show off that cool little design. Let's see with that. Something like that. And maybe if I can, oh yeah, that piece. I wanted that piece. Trying to do some cutting. This ain't going to be great for a little short video, I'll tell you that. This ain't going to work. This ain't going to work well for the short video. But, whatever. We're trying. We're doing stuff fun. Get better at all this stuff. So, I really need some test subjects. So, I'll keep trying. Come on, smoke. Let's give it a little business here. I don't know. That don't look...
Lexic MC Graph said, "Oh my, a surprise live. What a treat."
Oh, hey, Lexi. I was just talking about your idea from yesterday yonder. I'm not really sure what day that was. A few days ago. But I'll show you here in a second, or I'll talk about it here in a second. Let's get this smoke out of here. I'm just doing little chill, little collage thing. But I do want this smoke, dust, whatever. I don't know if it's gonna work, but just messing around. And I'll probably have to, I don't know. I don't need to finish it today. I was just messing around. So let's see here. Will it go in there? And then can we cover some of that stuff up? Oh yeah, I wanted it to be out like that. We don't really know. And then I'd have to cut the end off, but it's just a car coming out of the frame. And will the smoke go over the car and make it look like it was part of it? Not really. Not really. Shelly, little Billy. Maybe we just put it like this. And I could incorporate it. That's a weird thing to do. I think it would take some more time to like really like make it look like smoke. And then I would probably say get some more of these, which I'm not going to do it right now, but I'll go ahead and snip a few off and just show what would happen, could happen. That makes it look like the engine smoke in here. And I could probably do that more with the blade if I had a chance. Let's see. Let's do it real quick, real quick, real quick. Definition of super quick collage. Doesn't need to be a collage. Don't even need to finish it. I'm learning as we go. And that's the cool part about all this. And taking it easy on my voice too, as it still is healing. Can't have that. Can't have a messed up voice. I mean, I'm trying to do more streaming. I'm going to need my voice. I can calm it down in videos and stuff, but streaming, I cannot. So let's see. If I did stuff like that and it was like coming out of it and you could see the smoke and there's all that smoke right there and you could see it, it looks really weird right now. So I don't think that's the jam, but this looks like jam. I like this jam. I like this jam. It's something that's fun and it's interesting pieces, but we're just testing stuff and see how the glue works. I really like how that glue works right there. Testing it out and this weird picture and then the weird background, but you could see the dilemma of with these papers, with this size of paper, when I want to make 8x10s, the paper fits great that way, but the sides. And so what I was thinking, at least for this one, but you can't because I didn't think it all the way through, is that it had the text on the bottom. So having the text on the bottom then cuts it off, and now you're left with the little gap under there. Because I was thinking that I could use this, but see, I didn't think it all the way through, just spontaneous live stream. But you could maybe take this, you know, and like glue it in or try to feather that into each other. Let's see if you'd really notice it. Kinda. I mean, you could piece it together like that or something. What I was going to do is, that's a very quick idea, I guess. Didn't think it through at all. Cut this with the same arch, just that architectural arch right there, and then you would see more of this. And then I wanted to see the sunset there, but I did not factor in this piece down here. So, you know, you live and you learn, and that's why I was just cutting stuff up and doing it for fun. So we're not gonna do something with that. I'm gonna have to mess with that one later. Let me see. Since Lexi was here, hopefully still here, Lexi had this idea, and I mentioned it earlier, about this guy, like party hat, birthday cakes and stuff. I really think so. I think I want to just try to do that and maybe a quick video, and we'll give Lexi the props for that, because I don't know if I could find a birthday cake. I couldn't find a birthday cake, but I did find candles, and he would be funny. It would look super funny if it was done properly. Probably don't have the time or the stuff to do it properly, but maybe make something fun out of it. Maybe we'll do it in a live, maybe here in a day or two, just real quick in a live stream where we can cut him up and make a little birthday collage. And if I could make a short video out of it, then I can release it on my birthday weekend or something, which is coming up. So that'd be super fun. Like I was saying, I'm working on different things. This one is not it. So the HTML code is grabbing right now from Upsplash, and I'm gonna have prompts probably on it too to make it real fun and interactive. Right now, this is like Upsplash and some other thing like Pixel or something like that, and the image is kind of like, that image don't even look real to me. I feel like that's AI generated, which I do not want on here. So what I've been doing is compiling a bunch of stock photos from Canva, and it's gonna take a lot. I think I'm up to like 500 photos, but I feel like it needs to be like 5,000 photos, which is a grip. That's a ton, but that would give us tons of room to just play around. And then when I click the button,
At LexicMC Graph said, the curse of collage. Every time you're excited about an idea, you can't find any of the images you need.
yeah, that's so true. And it's like I looked around. I think I found some candles. Didn't find a birthday hat, but I think I have an idea to maybe make a hat out of it, which would be kind of fun and funny. So we'll try this out real soon. But yeah, that's the. So I'm trying, and I've talked about it in other videos, to really organize my stuff. And I have boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of magazines and magazine clippings, because when I first started this channel, but I'm still planning on doing it, is when I first started this channel midway, is I was doing magazine ASMR, where I would flip through the magazines page by page and cut them up, and you would get that paper noise and stuff for like the ASMR type of videos. And they were nice, they were cool. I liked them. They went a little fast, so it was kind of cool, gave you that paper flipping noise. But what I liked about it is they were chill, because I'd put the lo-fi behind it. They were chill, they were kind of relaxing, I guess, if you can relax to paper crinkles, you know, but it was cool. And also, then you could also look at the magazines, like you get to see each magazine page by page, and I really liked it. And I'm gonna do it. I've already started the channel, but I have no videos on there and haven't put any effort into it. It's gonna be another channel where I just do magazine ASMR, because I tried to do them on here and it confused YouTube.
Said, Lexi, I agree. For me, even if I know I had something, I sometimes can't find where I put it.
Yeah, it's so tricky. And that was my problem, is I was cutting up all those clippings for those videos, and I wanted to use the clippings and like give them away to people and use them in collages. But then it's like, well, I needed to organize them. I tried to organize them sort of, but then I realized I was in over my head and I have way too many, and some of the stuff I'm not going to use anyway. And I wasn't giving them away like how I wanted to, so they were just compiling up on me crazy. But I have tons and tons of magazines organized, and like these are all Vogue magazines, these are all Harper's Bazaar, these are all Elle magazines, these are all Architectural Digest, they're all in stacks. And so I'm gonna start making magazine ASMR videos with those. Then I'll put those in a folder of just Vogue magazine clippings, or like ones that really stick out to me, then they'll be like, you know, inspiration folders or something. And then we'll get a collage with all of those here on this channel. So I'm gonna have way more magazine clippings than I could ever want. It's just figuring out a way to organize them. And it sounds like I am not the only one with the problem. And let me show you my problem, since I'm sitting right here. Just give me 1 second. I gotta lean over here. Oh, well, here's something that's a problem. I've been talking about this for a minute now. Make sure it's nothing's bad in there or something. All these. So here, you want to see how many magazines I have? This kind of gives you an example. This ain't even this. I just started collecting these just recently, and I was like, well, you could make collages or postcards or something on it, and then send them out to people. And I thought that that'd be kind of fun to do with these. so I have them. You know, we'll see what happens with that. I've been talking about this. Sorry about this noise right here. Sorry about that. I've been talking about this collaging with scraps, right? So when we're all the collages that I've been making on the channel, I've been putting the good scraps inside here. And so these are all scraps that could potentially be used in a collage project. This one is from my recent one, which is called Vanilla Bean Dream, which is coming up on Thursday. But yeah, there's some cool stuff. What's this? It's gonna mess everything up. I'm messing it all up. I don't want them to get all messed up like that, but you can see the silhouette of that dude. Cool texture. I remember that when I set that lady on top of that. So that's there. Hold your ears together. This is crinkly paper. I don't know, that's crinkly paper. I'm gonna do it as a challenge video. I want to do multiple of them. I don't know why I haven't, probably because I have 100 things that I want to do. And I bet y'all could relate to this where, hold on, let me set it to the side, where you have all these projects that you want to do in your mind, you know, but it's like, well, you got to get the time, you know, is it realistic? And that's where I feel a little anxious right now, where I know that I have some cool collage ideas that I want to make. I know I can make some really good collages. I just have to put in the effort. All of the ones on my page, I look at them and just kind of laugh because it's like, I just made that in an hour. And, you know, that's good. You know, you make them real fast, then I can see myself getting better. And that's a good thing. But I think now that I've kind of developed a little bit of skills doing it, I want to put in a little bit more effort to then see if I can make some that are really good. And I must say, I really like this one. I don't know, man. This is just me, but I really like this one. That little bird. I can't believe I cut that little bird out like that. I'm still just amazed. But now I have to glue that bird down. So now I'm anxious about that. But I really like that piece. But I'm going to use that piece to seal it in. This one's also a tester. This one I'm going to use as a tester. I used the glue on it. I'm going to spray it and see what happens with it. So if it gets messed up, sorry. I'm going to take some good pictures, I guess. But it's just a test run to see what happens. She got her little ship there. I like it. But here's my problem. I don't know if it's a problem. I've showed this to y'all before. Might as well show it to y'all since we're just sitting here today, not doing a ton. Ugh. So for my next channel, which is still going to be here, so it's not like I'm going anywhere, doing anything. So I've got them organized. So here's GQ, got the newest GQ here, Travis Kelce. So I only have 4 GQs. I have a whole box of GQs though from 2002 with like Justin Bieber on it and stuff. It's pretty funny. So I have all these Vanity Fairs here, and they're all in a pile. I actually have a couple more to add to this pile, but they're all going to get cut in ASMR videos. And then all these clippings, all the good stuff, you know, if it's not good, I'm not going to keep it. If it's halfway good, then I'll keep it. But all those are going to get added. Here we got some Vogue with Hailey Bieber on it. I was just talking about Justin Bieber. I have a bunch more Vogues to add to this pile, but these are in stacks. They're supposed to be ready to cut. So let's see, 1, 2, 3 Vogues. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3 Vogues. That'd be one video right there. And we got the one with Pharrell on it. So it's just like a little set. So I'd cut this all in one video.
Said, I don't want to talk about the project list. I can't stop getting free stuff off the Buy Nothing page because it pops up and gives me another brilliant idea that will take hours to execute.
Yeah, that's the crazy thing too. On the Face Marketplace, I have an addiction of going on there every day and looking for free magazines, and I have to stop. I really have to stop doing that. Like, it's too much. At least I've been getting some restraint. I've been building up the restraint to be like, okay, I don't need to. Do I really need, 10 years worth of car magazines now? It's like, no, I already have that. I have enough that I haven't even cut through. I have some funny car magazines. Ooh, can I reach them? I'll show them to you later. I have some different car magazines that I have that I haven't even pulled out, and they definitely need collaged with. So you can see I have a stack of Food and Wine here, 4 of them. So that's supposed to be one video. And, like we were talking about those coffee beans earlier, there's probably some coffee beans in here somewhere. Some good stuff. Ooh, look at that. I don't know what that is, but we can collage with it. See, so that's the cool thing too. It's like we can get rid of this here. Those images suck. I would be better off taking pictures of these. I'm not selling it or anything, so I could take pictures of these and then put them in my little app. It's just an HTML code that pulls from a file and then pulls up a random picture. Now, do I want to take 5,000 pictures? No, that's why I'm on Canva, just grabbing stock images, and then I'll put them all in a folder. Hopefully there's like 1,000 to 5,000 or something, just random pictures. Click the button and see what happens. Hopefully gets us all some creativity and just makes us want to do stuff. That's my problem too, Lexi, is that when I look at these magazines, I see things I see dead people. No, I'm joking. I see people, I see things, and I'm like, I want to make something, and then I don't. But I have so many projects in the works. It's like I can't make it right now. It's just I don't have the time to do it. Let me try to drop these back in here somehow. Ugh. Anyway, there's a bin. There's 2 bins down there. That's about half of the height of a bin that we just saw, that stack. It goes down another that height, and then there's another bin behind it, and then we have so many of them. And I think Lexi asked me, like, why you give this away if you love them so much? And it's like, I do love them so much. Some of the ones that I gave you, Lexi, I have doubles of them all. That food and wine one, I think I was gonna give it to someone, or I already did give it to someone. I have 3 of them. So it's like, I'm happy to share. I really want to share. I want to see other people have stuff to create. I don't want to be a burden though. So I've already been a burden on people, even maybe Lexi. I kind of talked her into taking some stuff maybe she didn't want. But it's fun. If you don't use it, give it to somebody else, and then we'll just keep on sharing it and passing it along. I know Colleen is gonna send me some stuff eventually where it has some clippings that she just is not able to get to, and that she's just kind of decluttering some stuff, which we all do from time to time, and then I can get those and pass them along to someone who needs them, and someone who just maybe doesn't have access to a bunch of magazines, or just wants some fresh inspiration, and then use what you use and then pass them along. I was gonna tell Becky, I don't know, I'll send her a message or next time I see her on here. She had a good story about Billy Bob Thornton there, and I'm sending her that magazine. I thought about it and I was like, oh, she needs to have that magazine. So Becky, if you see this video, I'm gonna send you some more magazines. I know I just sent you some, but you're gonna get some more here in the near future. Billy Bob's gonna be on the top of it. I actually have 2 of those magazines, so I don't feel bad because I get to keep one. Those cowboy and Indian ones have some really cool stuff in them, like Western stuff, and I actually have a big stack of those that I'm gonna use for the ASMR videos, but then I'm also gonna make some collages with. That's the cool thing that I wanted to do originally. I know I'm talking a lot, but the thing that I really wanted to do with all those clippings in those videos is that I would make packs. I was gonna call them packs, and they would just have like a stylized pack of like collage clippings or magazine clippings, and then I'd send them to people and see how they collage with those specific packs. So maybe it has a Western theme, or maybe it has a gold theme, or maybe it has a vintage theme, and put it all together in a little pack and then mail it out to people and see what they do. We're gonna get creative with this stuff here in the future, but I'm just happy to share it with everyone. And I set up that community so everyone else has a chance to share what they create. I know it's real low. This channel's slow. We're slowly growing, but a slow grow is better than a blow up. You know what I mean? A blow up might not be able to handle, and then we all get lost in the fray. And I think that it's cool that it's going slowly, because if people are worried about vanity metrics, then it sucks for people. But for me, I don't care. It's just fun, and I'm happy to connect with all of y'all, and it's super fun to me. So I enjoy that. I enjoy the slow grow because it gives me a chance to get to know y'all, send y'all some packages, then we build a relationship, and it's just really fun. And then see y'all create stuff with them, it just inspires me to make more stuff. And I know I can make better stuff. I promise. I know I can. I just have to put in the effort and put in the time. And as of right now, I really love this lady right here. I love this piece, and I cut that little bird out.
Said, no, I get it. I gave away a bunch of magazines a few months ago. You can end up with so many supplies that it actually hurts your ability to make anything.
Yeah, and that's with a lot of things, I think. And everyone else can agree if they agree or disagree, but it can happen with like your clothes in your closet. It's like you have so many clothes and you don't know, they're not organized, and your good stuff just gets lost. And it's like, I see it for like fashion guys who like do men's fashion and stuff. They'll talk about how you need to declutter your wardrobe, and they talk about organizing it by flipping the hanger around backwards, and if you haven't touched it in so many months, then you need to get rid of it, donate it to someone, and then it helps you organize your wardrobe like that. So it's something to think about. With
J. Martin Key said, Justin, I think you're doing great.
Hey, thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I think with those, like the extra magazines, you gotta get rid of them. I think with art supplies, my daughter has so many drawing things. we can't, I don't know. I try to help her organize them. We just bought some bins like these bins under here that are holding magazines. We went to Daiso. I don't know if you've been to Daiso, but she loves it because they have a lot of the stuff that she likes for cosplaying and stuff. But it's a cool place for bins, I guess. If you go there, it's pretty cool. It's gonna read this.
Angelic42 said, Lexi, I have that problem. I've been going through old books and magazines and getting rid of a bunch that I don't need anymore too.
Yeah, and I think it's something to keep in mind if you want more of like spring cleaning. As I was kind of, theorizing in my head, it's like, I got so many free magazines, but right now I'm not seeing that many free magazines on the face space marketplace and like Craigslist and stuff like that. I was getting tons of free magazines, ones that were worth a lot of money. I remember that I got those Rolling Stone magazines, and I made a couple $1,000s off of those magazines that were given to me for free. I still have a few that I haven't sold, like the Beatles ones and the John Lennon ones. They're still sitting there, and I didn't sell them yet. But there were some that were valuable inside there, and they're just given to me for free. But I haven't seen a lot of like really good ones. I see a lot of woodworking ones and random stuff. You just never know. But if you did want some more, jumping on there. But I do notice that I think that in spring, it was like spring, summertime, it was just right and left and right and left. And next thing you know, I have thousands of magazines, and I'm like, oh, I'm getting buried alive. And I've made that joke a bunch of times because it's like so many magazines. I kind of want the newer ones or these vintage-ish ones. I'm kind of learning like which ones I prefer, because when I first started the channel, I was like, we're going to do all types of magazines.
And Angelic42, best of luck. At least it gets easier to toss the mediocre stuff when you know you have plenty of better options.
Yeah. That's what I was just about to say too. Once you learn what you have and the better ones, then you know what to take and what to get rid of. And there's somebody else out there who will take the other ones. That's something that I do see too on the face space marketplace for Facebook. You know what I'm talking about. I don't know why I say that, right? Because I watch My Script Garage, and he always says that. The face space marketplace. I like that. I come from MySpace era. I don't think I've ever told that story. I used to be famous on MySpace. I was famous on MySpace. I'll tell you the story later, but I had like 100,000 for followers on MySpace. I don't know. That's the time that I come from. But you can give stuff away on there. I see a lot of people on, at least in my area, where they put the in search of, the ISO or whatever, in search of, and they'll be looking for magazines. And I've thought about it. I'm like, I could dump like hundreds on these people right now that I don't want anymore, and they want them. They're doing stuff. I found this lady around here who does like collage classes for like rehabilitation place. I don't know if they're like out of jail, or it might be off of drugs or something, but it's like a rehabilitation thing, halfway house type of stuff. And she uses collage to, like, they all do it together. It's like a group therapy thing. And a problem with her is that they can't have staples, and there's a bunch of, they can't have like nudity or they won't take Vogues, so.
Angelic42 said, I was on MySpace, but didn't like it, so my friends list, there was that Tom guy and maybe 3 other people.
Tom was my best friend, Tom. It's just so funny. That's we could get into conspiracies and stuff, and I have a lot of thoughts, obviously, about a lot of things, but that was the best social platform ever. That was it. That was the era. That's the golden era of social media. The rest is downhill. It's all spy stuff from there, because that was Wild West stuff. That was the Wild West of social media. No one knew it was coming. No one knew. It just took the world by storm and was crazy. And then the government said, oh no, we want some of that and we need that. And so people think that Suck a Turd made, oh, Suck a Turd over there made Facebook. That's not real. That's the government spy agency. You know what I'm saying? Tell me your name. Tell me your birthday. Tell me where you were born. Tell me where you lived. Tell me where you work. What's your cousin's name? What's your cousin's daughter's name? Oh man. Let me just give you everything about my life. Let me just tell you everything, so you know everything. And how about you do some facial recognitions on my face too while you're at? It's just funny.
Said, oh yeah, social media is spyware at this point.
Yeah, and that was totally it. And I was one of the last adopters of my friends of Facebook because I knew that, and I'm like, I'm fully free on MySpace, but then they totally killed it, and everyone was gone. But I had a big following on there, so mine held on longer than most people's. But they obviously killed it off because why would you want to go to some plain thing that asks for all your information? First off, a plain thing that just has one little banner on the top and it's all blue and it was all white, like blow your eyes out white. Like just looking at that white screen compared to MySpace when you could like take that's kind of how I learned HTML codes to like make this little thing on the screen is you make your HTML code and then you take that and you can make your own page. You could customize it. You could put your favorite artists on there. You could add their songs to your little playlist thing. You could have your top friends on the top. You could add these little widgets and emojis and all this stuff on there. So fun. You can personalize it. It's your space. And we're all just going to go to some plain little one page thing just because it's the next thing. Like, no, that was purposeful. That was purposeful. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I could see through it. Let me tell you a story. Let me tell you a little story. Once upon a time. So I made music, right? I used to make music and I ran a recording studio, stuff like that. Worked with musicians and I promoted concerts and all that kind of stuff, and we can go deep into that stuff some other day. But so I still had that big following on MySpace, and it was hard to like, I'd let go of it. So I did finally go over to Facebook. So I was like, then I tried to get whatever remaining people were still there over to my Facebook artist page, and I got about 8,000 people over to that page. And, that's pretty good, for being who I was and what I'm doing. So I was happy with that. And this was before Facebook went public. And as soon as it went public, almost exactly as it went public, they held my fans hostage. That's what I call it. They took my fans and held them hostage. I couldn't reach any of them. I was able to like post and it would show it to like 30 people. And then the little thing would pop up. And I think it still does it to this day. I don't know because I don't use it like that. But I deleted that page. I was mad. It would show it to like 30 people. It's like, if you want to reach more people, you got to pay to boost it and stuff. It's like, what? Like, I come from the days where you post it, it goes in the feed, and then it just gets pushed down the feed as more stuff gets posted. Chronological, blah, 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 you know what I mean? Puts it in the order, and then you could just post another thing in like 30 minutes and then just go down and post another thing in 30 minutes or however long you want to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it just keeps getting pushed down people's feed. But this way you had to pay to get into people's feed. And I looked at it as you took all my fans, all the people that wanted to support me and all the people that were, following me and stuff. And I couldn't reach them unless I paid the platform to reach them, and a lot of these have that function too. I'm not going to say that this is all great and gravy train over here too, because I do now see you want to get this to go out, boost your post. And that's probably why my last video has like 50 views on it, because I'm not doing it. I'm not paying the boost. And I just, it's tricky. So if you're trying to build anything, there's a couple things I would say. Get your link page. Get a link page. Maybe you have it on multiple platforms. An email list. I know it seems archaic, but like I'm thinking of starting an email list for this stuff. So just so I can notify people and let them know. But like if you're trying to sell your art or build up an art thing, like I believe Lexi's probably pretty young, to like build up your art stuff. Like if you're building up something like that and get the people who truly follow you, like me, Lexi, like I love your stuff that you're creating, and you want to stay in contact with me, I'm going to search for you either way. But there's people who passively watch, and they would watch if you like had connections to them, like an email list, because it seems archaic, but people check their email. Some people don't. If you look at some people's phone, it's like they got 99.9 or it was like 999 plus notifications. I can't have that because that would drive me crazy. I need to go in there and undo those notifications, or like all the social platforms on mine, I don't allow them to notify me because I don't think they deserve direct connection to me like that. But some way to stay in contact with people along those lines.
Said, oh, that's crazy. I always thought boosting was basically putting out an ad. I didn't realize they would hold back your views.
Yeah, and I don't know about on YouTube, so I'm not gonna diss YouTube because I don't really know. And I like YouTube because it like archives your videos. So if someone saw like a video from you from 2 years ago, they could watch it and then they could come watch the rest. It's a great place to hold your archive of stuff. And I think even if you weren't even talking and you just wanted to show like a picture or show a process, grab some royalty free music or do something, then at least it's all on there and archived. But like the other platforms will really do that. And I know guaranteed for TikTok, and I guarantee Facebook. And since Insta Scam is part of FaceCrook, they're all gonna be holding you back. And I can see it right now. You can look at my IG, it's probably like 9,000 or something. But if I didn't, and I won't, and I think once you do it, then they kind of know that you will pay, and so they'll hold you back even further. I know TikTok will do it because I've experimented with different pages, and some of those pages will never get the reach. I know they will never get the reach, and the sad thing about it is that's my main page that'll never get the reach right now. If you go over to my TikTok, it has like 12,000. It has like 12,000 people, and I like to think of them as people. Some of them are probably bots, whatever, but they weren't built that way. But I'll post out a video. I bet you look at my page, probably 200 views of video, something like that. And I don't really care. I'm not really worried about vanity metrics, and I don't really care. But I'd like people to see it that wanted to see it. I know they're not the best or anything, but they're just fun. It's just like if I wanted to reach my people, just like on Insta Scam, if you just wanted to see when your friend got married, you're not even going to see it. I'm going to see when some celebrity got married in my feed, but I don't see my friends. I never see their posts and stuff. I have to go to their page and look, and I'm like, oh, dude, I didn't know you got married and you moved down to Texas. So, I was like, I didn't even know you moved, because it never gave me their notifications or updates. And I don't know. It's just weird. We'll just have to figure out. Something's going to change. I know there's been other places that's tried to develop new types of platforms and stuff, and I know since the like TikTok ban and stuff has happened, they're trying different stuff, and that's why shorts are here on YouTube. And I will say shorts I don't know if it's y'all as well, but the short feed here on YouTube is outrageous. Like you'll get like 2 or 3 of the stuff that you like, and then you start getting like weird stuff from like India. It's like, what are you guys doing, building bridges in like mud, driving a van? It's just weird with some weird voiceover, and we all are going into the AI slop version of stuff. So I don't know. I'm just happy to build something like this where we can all hang out and be like real humans, since I do believe we are the last of the real humans. I don't know. I could go on for days. Y'all don't want to hear me go on for days. Anyway, I created this little app here. It's limited.
The mirror that disagrees.
The mirror that disagrees. That's a fun one. What's that going to be about? So I created that one. This is the prototype here. It's stupid because it's pulling from like Pixabay or something and Upsplash. But why do these all look AI? It all looks like AI. So I don't like that. And so I'm going to fix it. I'm going to maybe add a prompt to it, but it'll sound like this. I need a better thing. That sounds kind of silly. Anyway, so it should just regenerate. Yeah, that's not real. I can't tell on that one. I'm looking at it real small. It's the dock of the bay. You're walking on the dock of the bay. But you can see it's like inspired by magazine images, but they're just not. I don't know. So I'm building the folder. It's going to take, I feel like to make it right. Oh, excuse me. It needs to be like 5,000 stock images. Now there are stock images, so it's not like my photography, but at least it's not some AI stuff, and they're just meant to give us inspiration anyway. Like these aren't my pictures. I didn't take this picture either, you know what I mean? So it doesn't really matter as long as it gets us some inspiration and they don't look like some weird stuff like this. So I'm gonna work on it. I think it's gonna take me a little bit because I need to compile all the pictures. I'm up to like 500 pictures I've compiled, but it needs to be like 5,000.
66 said, "Hello everyone, sorry, I can't hang out. Hope to catch up next time."
Hey Sterling, I just noticed that I don't know why I didn't see that, and that you're on Instagram, and I saw your pictures today. Man, that collage is awesome. But the cup of coffee, is it like a cup of coffee with like some planets coming out of it or something? I just saw that this morning. I was like, no way, wait. I glazed over that. I apologize if I didn't notice that. And maybe I even sent a message. I might even a comment. I don't know, because that's not my main platform, but I did notice it. That's really cool. If you guys get a chance, you can check out Sterling Sterling Gold, it's 66. I believe that's the handle on there as well. I just noticed that today. It's on Instagram. I know Lexi's on Instagram. You can find Glenn over there, so it's pretty cool. We'll have to get him to highlight some stuff on the page sometime so you guys can see some of that stuff. But anyways, just chatting random stuff. I was just taking it easy.
Graph said, "Oh man, I got to go pick up today's free stuff, so I'll miss the rest. See ya on the replay."
It's all good. Thanks, Lexi, for stopping by. I'm about to end the live anyway. I'm just happy that y'all had a chance to stop by. It's random Monday. Just wanted to do some stuff, and I'll make some more stuff here in the near future. I'll plan them out a little better. This one, I just trying to figure some stuff out. So I'll have some more cool stuff here in the future. But thank y'all for stopping by, and I will catch you in the next video. Maybe. There it goes. Have a great day, y'all.